Colombia is the third largest coffee producer in the world and revered for its quality and taste. Here, coffee is more than just a crop, it's a way of life.
We love coffee, but we're far from experts. So we traveled to Colombia's coffee-growing region, known as Eje Cafetero, to learn and taste as much as we can.
Will we become caffeine-addicted coffee connoisseurs?
Or will we stick to the café con leche that we're used to?
Stick around and find out on this episode of The Not So Serious Couple. Anyone who knows anything about us knows that we love coffee. So it only made sense that we come here to Colombia, where they have arguably, because we love Puerto Rican coffee, some of the best coffee in the world. And we're here in the coffee growing region of Colombia.
Yeah, it's also known as Eje Cafetero. And basically it's the mountainous region where they grow one of the best coffees in the world. We don't know yet because we haven't tried a lot of coffee here yet. But we definitely want to find out if that's true.
We definitely going to find out because we're going to be here for a few days. So we just left Bogota. We took a plane and then about an hour and a half taxi. And now we're in the city of Manizales.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the cities in the coffee region. And we're exploring around, trying to find some good coffee too.
We're going to see some sights. We're going to taste some coffee. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. So we came out of the house late, so nobody's serving breakfast anymore. So we got a little coffee with milk, which they call it pintadito, which is like little painted. But it looks like more milk than coffee, so I don't know. Maybe we need to go to like a more coffee shop to get real Colombian coffee here. Well, we gotta find something better later.
And this is like this. It even has like the skin on the surface. This is just milk, man. There ain't no coffee in here.
Honestly, we felt like we were being a little too harsh too early on Colombian coffee.
But the pastries also turned out to be terrible.
Wah, wah.
We began to wonder if we had just chosen a bad restaurant.
So, we cut our losses and ventured further into the heart of the city.
Finally, after walking for like a mile,
Yeah.
found a breakfast spot that is actually acceptable.
Acceptable.
Yeah, and this is a reality of traveling because when it comes to food, there's three ways we can find food. One is Google Maps, right, or Google reviews, but not every place uses Google Maps like that. And I think that's the case in this city, in Manizales. The second way would be to ask a local for recommendations or a friend, read blogs of other people that have visited before, which I do that a lot. And that usually works, right?
It's the best way, because
Yeah.
at least then you're finding places that you know are open.
Yeah.
But then you're at the mercy of whatever recommendations. So if you ask someone with bad taste,
Right.
you get
Yeah.
bad food.
Yeah, and the third option would be to just walk around and look at places and see, oh, there's a bunch of people in there, a lot of locals. Usually when, there's a lot of locals there, probably it's really good.
food.
But that doesn't always work because the place we went before this it had a lot of people,
Packed with
locals, but it
Yeah.
wasn't good. So I guess, usually we do those three different things, but it doesn't always work the same in every place.
Yep.
So it's always, kind of like
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Whatever you get is whatever you get. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah, but
This looks good.
We got a recommendation from a friend, and this looks great. So finally, we can have breakfast and finally start exploring Manizales.
Okay, we know what you coffee snobs are thinking. That is not real Colombian coffee.
It looks like a frappe spiked with alcohol. And to be fair, it is. But let us explain.
I learned to love coffee just last year while traveling in Spain, where the cortado is king. A shot of espresso with just a splash of steamed milk is my happy place.
And I originally fell in love with cafe con leche just a few years ago in Puerto Rico.
A large cup full of strong drip coffee with just a few ounces of milk is my absolute jam.
But that's not how they drink coffee in Colombia, and the more time we spent in Manizales, the more obvious that became.
Truthfully, we really didn't know what to order or how to even find out what was good.
I don't think this is how they drink coffee here, so I need to adapt.
There you go. It's time to adapt.
I need to adapt. When in Colombia.
Get what they got on the menu.
Yeah.
Don't order specialty. Never do that.
Yeah, no specialty drinks. All right.
She's so unhappy.
Wow.
It's not good. I mean, the coffee itself isn't bad. It's just like the combination isn't tasty.
If we really wanted to understand the allure of Colombian coffee, we need some help. And fortunately, we knew just the right people.
Our longtime friends and Manizales locals, Patty and David, were eager to introduce us not only to Colombian coffee, but barbecue as well.
After stuffing ourselves with chorizo sausage and steak, Patty and David took us to the Finca del Café coffee farm in the neighboring town of Risaralda.
That's where they introduced us to the most popular form of coffee served in Colombia, known as Tinto.
Unlike what we were used to, Tinto is served black, without milk or cream.
It was strange to drink coffee without milk, but unlike other coffees, Tinto is lighter and didn't have the bitter aftertaste that we're used to.
When we returned to Manizales with Patty and David later that evening, we realized how popular Tinto really was, because every street vendor seemed to be selling it.
And many even sold the coffee spiked with our favorite Colombian liquor, aguardiente.
Yeah, it's strong. Yeah. You can taste it though. It's good. It's good coffee.
You like it?
I like it. It's just a different style of drinking it. No milk.
No milk.
But the aguardiente sweetens it really nice.
Now that we finally had a taste for Colombian coffee, we said goodbye to Patty and David and headed to our second and final destination in Colombia's coffee growing region, Salento.
It's a 8-minute walk from the bus terminal to our next hostel, but it's an 8-minute walk uphill. Fun.
Salento is much smaller and rural than Manizales. Set on top of a natural plateau in the heart of the Andes, the city and the surrounding area is hilly and mountainous, making it the perfect place to grow coffee.
Due to its wild and rugged landscape, the best way to get around Salento is by hopping on a Jeep.
These all-terrain taxis are known as wheelies and can be found everywhere in town.
They're an especially fun ride if you like standing on the back.
We plan to visit a local coffee farm, but first we had to check out the breathtaking landscape of the nearby Kokora Valley.
This is a very important site here in Colombia because they use it as conservation for these wax palm trees that are endangered. So yeah, it's very beautiful. It's really beautiful. Even today that is foggy and cloudy and rainy, it still looks beautiful.
In addition to being beautiful, Quindío wax palms are the official trees of Colombia.
And the tallest trees of their kind in the world, growing up to 200 feet in height.
You're looking all majestic.
Look at that fog. So beautiful.
I'll help your hair blow in the wind.
After a slightly soggy hike through the valley, we boarded another Jeep Willie and headed to our next destination.
We made it to the coffee farm that we're visiting today. It's called Luger. And they're gonna give us a tour. Apparently it's a 2-hour tour where we're gonna interact with the whole coffee process. So I'm excited about that. And at the end, we're gonna try the coffee. This is probably our guide. He's gonna direct us where we need to go. Hey doggy, where do we go? ¿Pa dónde vamos? ¿Para allá? Are you excited about the coffee tour and trying the coffee here?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. You know, it's different drinking coffee here because they drink it without milk.
Yeah.
But the coffee is so smooth. It kind of, you use the milk to kind of take off that bitter aftertaste, but the coffee here doesn't have it. I've been okay just drinking straight black Tinto.
Yeah, they call it Tinto here. And it's just black coffee. Sometimes they put some alcohol in it, which we liked a lot too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a learning curve because we're used to putting milk in our coffee. Whether it's a latte or cortadito, it still has some milk in it. And here, you don't do that because it doesn't taste that good.
Nope. Nope.
So we're learning. Today we're gonna learn more.
Yeah, let's do it.
On the farm, we met up with our actual tour guide who showed us around the property and left us in good company with a freshly brewed cup of Tinto.
Coffee and cats.
It's a cat coffee.
Yeah, it's really smooth, man.
Yeah? Also, it's nice because this is our first coffee of the day.
Yeah, we needed some coffee.
Ooh.
Wow, you like black coffee now.
This is not, well, I don't know what's the difference, but he said it's made with raw sugar cane. It's Arabica with raw sugar cane. And it tastes so good.
Yeah.
This is nice.
That's really nice.
I like it.
Let's see, she's in the black coffee now.
Hey, you live and you learn.
There you go.
You go to Colombia and you learn.
Do you try your coffee with water or do you add sugar or milk?
Sugar and milk, usually.
Why?
Because it has the bitter taste.
Yes, because you are having a Robusta coffee. Around the world, my friends, there are 6,000 types of coffee, but there are only 2 of them which are the more known, which are the more commercial ones. These 2 types of coffee are Arabic and Robusta. Robusta is a strong and bitter taste. Arabic is soft and sweet. Okay, this is the most important difference between those types of coffee. Coffee is considered a drink that we can have it just with water. Okay, so do you add milk or sugar because it's bitter? For example, like an espresso, like an ristretto, that is just 1 shot and that's it. Second most important difference has to do with the caffeine, because our coffee is soft and sweet. It only has 40% of caffeine, whereas the caffeine for Robusta is around 80 or 100% of caffeine. Like an ristretto, like an espresso that is really strong, is really bitter. As it's really bitter, it's going to be just 1 shot and that's it. Here in Colombia, we enjoy more our coffee. Robusta, the only usage is as an energizer, like a Red Bull. Yeah. Okay. Here we consider more coffee as a drink. As Arabic has less caffeine, I can try cups or Arabic coffee at night and I can sleep easily. Yeah.
Now that we understood what made Colombian coffee so special, it was time to see how it was made, first hand.
All right, so now we have to go down like a real coffee gatherers and get the ripe beans, right? Get the ripe beans in the basket. Let's see if we can figure out which ones are the ripe ones. They should be red. That's what he said. So let's see. Where are the red beans? Look, I see one here. Are these red enough? Can you see them?
Yep, those are red enough.
Yeah. So I just
pull them off.
Pull them off. My first 2 coffee beans. I'm a coffee harvester. Is that a word?
Yeah. You gotta get more than 2.
I know. I know. If I want like a whole cup of coffee, I need to get a lot more. Oh, you found one? Let's see, hold on. Ah, you did.
Found one coffee bean.
Yeah, put it in your basket. You look so legit.
My single coffee bean.
Your single coffee bean. Don't get lost in the cafetal. Where's my husband? I'm gonna become a coffee bean yourself. You will be the most tasty coffee ever. You with chocolate coffee, yeah. Macchiato. Thank you and please.
Since we just missed harvesting season, our bounty was pretty small, but it was still fun to taste those sweet, ripe coffee berries.
Our guide then walked us through the steps of coffee processing, beginning with a coffee peeling machine that separated the beans from the ripe berries.
The wet seeds are then fermented in water for 12 hours to remove the slimy mucilage from the berry.
The clean green seeds are then set out to dry in the sun for about 20 days, after which the first parchment shell is removed and the beans are finally ready for roasting.
Roasting Colombian Arabic coffee is an exact science. You'll need to roast the beans at exactly 240 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 Celsius for 12 minutes, or they'll become bitter and burnt.
And brewing is just as precise, requiring 3 ounces of just below boiling water poured over 1 tablespoon of grounds per cup.
The end result may not look special, but the taste speaks for itself.
Cheers.
What do you think about that?
I love this coffee. I mean, it's so smooth, it doesn't need anything to it. Like, there's no bitter aftertaste. You don't need to add sugar to cut it off or milk to smooth it out.
Yeah, I can understand now why they don't add sugar or milk, because really it doesn't need it. I honestly like, because I'm used to adding sugar, I would add a little bit of sugar just because I'm used to it.
Because that's the ritual part of it that you like.
Yeah.
I get it.
But honestly, it doesn't need it, and that's a lot coming from me.
You weren't a coffee person
No.
until your cortaditos,
Yeah.
but now.
I wasn't a coffee person until earlier 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is great that I can drink this, and I feel like I've matured so much my palate, just like with wine.
I know.
And honestly, traveling and taking part of this type of experiences help you with that. To
Oh,
understand
totally.
it better, understand what you like, what you don't like, why you like it, why you don't like it. It's really nice.
To appreciate it and try different kinds, because I mean, I didn't know that coffee didn't have to have that aftertaste to it. I didn't know coffee could be this smooth. you
Yeah,
know?
this was a great experience. I really enjoyed being able to be part of the whole process as they explained it to us.
They say Colombia's got some of the best coffee, and they ain't lying.
I think they have proved us, or this has proved them right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Colombian coffee is definitely really, really good.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah. Cheers.
Okay, now we got 4.
What a fucking country.
Yeah.